of Staff Laura Reese, along with former senior DHS advisor under Alejandro Mayorkas, retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Bernie Flowers. Colonel Flowers, I'm going to start with you here. You always have such an interesting perspective, particularly considering you were a senior DHS advisor under Alejandro Mayorkas. So I'm always curious to hear what you think. How about this?
I think that Maduro is just as big of a criminal and a threat to the United States as Russia or China or any of our foes. And I'm happy to see the bold leadership that our president is providing. He is the right man for the time. His job is to protect us, and he's doing the job. So I'm very, very proud. I wish that I was still working at DHS so I could claim some of that credit.
Laura, I've read multiple reports at this point that now that these diplomatic relations with the U.S. and Venezuela have ended, that the Trump administration is drawing up multiple military plans, possibly for escalation here. Do you know anything about that?
We don't have details. There's been reports of a secret memo talking about the authority and taking this up to a military and war scale. So we'll have to wait and see what those details are. But, you know, good for President Trump for recognizing that Maduro and the Chinese Communist Party are declaring war on Americans with the use of drugs at high levels of scale and lethality. So they're not shooting weapons, but these drugs are a new form of bullet or missile, if you will. When you consider they're killing 100,000 Americans each year, that deserves a very serious response.
Colonel, what do you think about the designation of these cartels as terrorist groups? Do you think that is something that is important to win this fight?
I believe so. You know, as I said before, the Russians, the Chinese, okay, they're across an ocean. These people are in our hemisphere. They have access to the border. They've been draining resources from the United States for a long time. They're filling our streets with poisons, and they need to be dealt with and dealt with harshly. And I'm thankful that the president and the administration see them as a threat that they actually are.
Laura, I know this next question I'm about to ask you, it gets very complicated here, but an inland strike, I mean, I feel like you can hit the boats, you know, at will as long as they come out. But until you get internally into these drug cartels, their production facilities, that this kind of image that you see on the screen, it'll only just keep happening. Now, it's great. Deterrent is great. But going after the source here, do you think that's a realistic possibility? Laura?
That was true. It is a possibility. I mean, it seems that that is where President Trump is going. The question is, what authority is he pointing to? Is Congress going to play a role in this? Those are kind of the most immediate questions that we have right now.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. Laura, Colonel Flowers, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.